Hello, everybody. This is Roy again from New York Tea Society, and we're going with another episode of Yi Tian Yi Cha, where every day we do a new tea. And for today, I have chosen a yellow tea. This yellow tea is called Huoshan Huangya Tanbei. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit more, but let's just get the brewing started so that we can go dive a little deeper into what it is. But isn't it beautiful? Look at it. Yeah. You're getting the chance to see another one of my tea rooms today. This is the tea room in my living room at my house because I didn't go to the tea studio today. So now you've seen several of my locations where I enjoy tea at. There's still a few more to go, but as we get to know each other, you'll get to see more places where I enjoy having tea. For this tea, I'm using a Gaiwan, and I am going to brew at a 1 gram of tea to 30 ml water ratio. Okay, so I have 4 grams of tea in here, and this is a 110, so around that ratio. And I'm going to warm up the vessel first, as we always do. And then we will talk about the aroma. Yellow tea is very similar to green tea, with the addition of one step, which is called Huangman, the yellow sealing or yellow wrapping. And I guess I'll back up a little bit to tell you how green tea is made, and then we'll add in that step so you can understand the difference between the green tea and the yellow tea. So green tea is picked, is wilted, and then heat is applied to it. And since we're talking about Chinese teas, we're talking about dry heat in a wok. It's called shaqing, that step. And normally they will continue to finish the process in the wok. They will use a higher temperature first to kill the enzymes, and then they'll do a lower temperature to finish the shaping of it, and then the tea will be completely dry at that point. Yellow tea is made almost in the same way, except when they take the tea out of the wok, while it is still warm, they will wrap it or cover it with a damp cloth. And that will cause a fermentation process. Right? I'm oversimplifying the step, but basically so you can understand it, that's what it is. That's what's happening, okay? You probably, some of you have heard of yellow tea, some of you have not. That's because it is considered a rare tea. There are not too many places that still make it. 195-degree water. We will cover it, and I will brew it around 20 seconds. You don't really need to time it. Use the method I've always taught. Wait till the aroma is in that dome area right here on top when you smell it. And when it smells like a tea that you're going to, when it has that aroma of a tea that you want to taste, it is ready. And this one is just about ready right now. So we go ahead and we unbrew this. You can tell it is a nice pale yellow color. Here we go. So it's very clear, very crisp. The end result after doing the Huangman step, the yellow wrapping, it makes the tea slightly sweeter. It gives it a little more body, and for me, given the choice between a green tea, and you all know I really love my green teas. I've done several episodes on green teas, and I like green teas. But I was given the choice of a green tea, yellow tea. Most of the time, I will pick a yellow tea. It just has that extra layer of complexity that is very pleasing. Also, the body of it too. So back to what this one is. Yeah, you can taste right away. You can taste that little fermentation that happens, and the body is thick. It kind of wraps your coats your tongue a little bit. It still has that vegetal taste of green tea, just with a little more complexity. It is very beautiful for well, it's up to you on what temper you want to use, but I like to drink it on a hot sunny day like today. Okay, so this particular yellow tea is called Huoshan Huangya Tanbei, which means Huoshan is the region that it comes from in Anhua. Huangya means yellow buds, and Tanbei means charcoal baked. So that is exactly what this is, and that charcoal baking at the end is another thing that adds to this specific yellow tea another layer of complexity and flavor, which is why I like it so much. Let's see. There are several regions that still produce yellow tea. It's not made in many regions, but the most popular one would be Junshan, Yinjun, and that's made in the area of Junshan. And then we have Munding Huangya, which is made in Sichuan province, and that's again very popular. And of course, if you remember my last episode on Munding Ganlu, Munding has a very long history of making tea. There are several other regions that make it. There is in Zhejiang province, Hubei and Hunan also have their own types of yellow tea, but it's not popular. Those three are the most popular, the top three I mentioned, which would be the Huoshan Huangya, Munding Huangya, and the most popular is the Junshan Jinjiang. So this is the yellow tea, what it looks like. You see it is a nice bud and leaf picking, and very refreshing. I'm gonna make another second steep in a second. You should be able to get 4 or 5 steepings out of this, and it will last a little bit longer than the green teas do. As I told you before, green teas do not last too long, but yellow teas may last just a little bit longer, but not much more. This is not a tea that you want to age and drink later, a decade later. So you want to drink this also, like green teas, fairly quickly. Very refreshing. I kind of get a little in the background, a little bit of pineapple rind down the throat right here, and it is warming and soothing, coming down to about here. Let's go ahead and make a second brew. And we're going to get a little bit to dragon. So as I finish up my second steeping, I'll continue here drinking this on my own before I head out for a walk in the park. But if you want to learn more about these teas and learn these little tidbits of information about them, please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and if you happen to be in New York City, please make a reservation and come in and stop by and see us at the tea studio in Koreatown. Very easy to get to, and I look forward to sharing tea with you again in the future, either virtually or in person. Until I see you next time,